welcome to the program. My name is Michael Bosey, and I'm happy that you're here today. Now, over the past few episodes, as a part of my project called Consider the Source, I've really been leaning into how to speak with clarity, with empathy in what we put out there in the media that we produce, why that's important, and sort of the dynamic of how that works, and also to try to avoid falling into the trap of mimicking what we see out there in the way that others market their business. I feel like we can do better. Today, I want to turn my attention to the format and finding the right, let's call it media fit for you and your brand. As I say over and over, our online presence, all of it, the whole totality of it, is the digital representation of you. It's creating a virtual avatar made up of all your activities, right? So that's what you create, your blogs, podcasts, videos, whatever. What's on your site, like, in other words, the phrasing that you use to describe yourself, your projects, what you do, the images tell part of that story. It's also what you share on social, what you respond to, what you like, and what you post in the comments section. All this stuff is building a picture of you, right? It all has a tone to it. It can certainly differ across different contexts depending where you show up. But make no mistake, it all says something about you. So it's a really good idea to get the nuances right. And why? Well, look, here's the risk to this. You often get one shot. Someone comes across a post of yours. Great. That's an opportunity for you, right? In an ideal world, you get time and patience, multiple touches, if you will, to allow someone to get to know you. And obviously that's not how it works though, right? That one chance, you almost guarantee a one and done if you've missed the mark in the way that you show up and the content that you put out there. Now look, you got great ideas, right? And now think about this. Because of the way it was presented, you might have missed an opportunity. So how will we get our great ideas across if we're turning people off by the way that we show up? Let's up our chances that we get that opportunity, that we're good enough to earn a second look. So let's start with context. One of the most obvious ways to ensure that you are seen at your best is to pick the right medium for yourself. So let's do a self-assessment here. Look at where you feel is the best fit for you. So for instance, are you best one-on-one or in front of a crowd? If you can look at the way that either people react to how you present or the energy that you get from being in one of those situations, are you more comfortable in that sort of more intimate one-on-one, really connecting with someone, having it be bi-directional and having it be a conversation? Or do you get supercharged from the energy that you get or draw from a crowd who's really excited about the things that you're saying? This is a good thing to just do a check-in on. Just, what is it that gets you excited about this? Because that's going to come through in whatever you produce. Or, are you best on live video or edited video with jump cuts and other ways to present you or your content in a quicker, more rapid-fire way? Or, for instance, are you really good on short video, TikToks or Snapchat or Instagram stories or fleets on Twitter? Is the short format of that more comfortable for you and more natural to you? Or are you best on audio? Like, for instance, in a podcast. For me, obviously, that is the best fit. Makes perfect sense. As a musician, audio comes naturally to me. Mic technique, setting up audio routing, doing the editing, all that comes super easy to me just because I've got a ton of experience with it. So I lean into audio. And plus, I like the more intimate nature of it, meaning you can hear my voice and the things that I get excited about or things that I get pissed off about or whatever. Now, yes, you can do that in video too, but that's not as natural a medium for me, but maybe it is for you. Or look, are you best with the written word? For me, I'm comfortable in this realm as well. That's why I publish a lot of blog posts and do things like Substack with email newsletters. If that's comfortable to you and that's the best way to present yourself, fantastic. There are a lot of benefits to that too, just as far as SEO goes. It's a huge benefit where, you're kind of limited with SEO in audio or video just to the metadata and the descriptions, whereas obviously, a 1,200 word piece, a 2,000 word piece, like that's a lot for search engines to be able to index. On a related note, maybe you're better with short pieces, right? In commenting on other folks' posts, maybe on a platform like Medium, for instance, or even really short content like, like social media, in particular, Twitter is the obvious one to think of. Maybe you're best with that sort of, quick response, snappy comments or replies, or creating things that are just, super tightly plotted and concise. Maybe Twitter is your best option for something like that. Or maybe it's longer, more developed pieces, from long essays to series. Like I tend to like to write in longer series to develop an idea over a number of different pieces. Or maybe that's even a book length work, right? Something where you've got 300 pages to work with to really, really explore an idea and get into the nuances of it. Now, with all this, obviously, there's no right answer. It just has to be something that's a good fit for you. And sometimes the format itself will help make the decision for you, right? It's enough that you're good in a certain context. If you're comfortable, it's going to reduce friction, meaning you'll actually produce the work, which is a good thing. But also, on the other hand, sometimes it's up to the audience, right? If you're reasonably sure that your audience is on TikTok, for instance, well, then you better get good at doing short video. But to me, the optimal case is where there's some overlap. It's a natural format for you, plus it's a place where your audience lives already. And if you can find that overlap, then you know that that's a good format for you. All right, I'll stop there and invite you to do your own self-check on this and just think about, are you in the right medium? And perhaps you are and things are going great. Not a bad idea to do a self-check anyway. Or perhaps you've been struggling and it's time for a change. All this is up to you. And look, if you want to discuss it at all, please reach out via Twitter, LinkedIn, in the comments section, email, wherever you're most comfortable. And of course, I invite you to join me on Patreon, where I am getting into these issues in depth in my new project called Consider the Source. The link is in the show notes, but for simplicity, it's patreon.com/mbosey. Thank you, as always, for being here with me, and we'll see you on the next episode.